game. DeJulius puts up a three. And goal!
Bearcat, it is TBT week in Bearcat land, and we are excited to cover the basketball tournament 2024 with plenty of great Bearcats coming back to the Natty to play inside Fifth Third Arena for the first time for many of them in years, and the first time in the history of the basketball tournament. Russ Heltman, Neil Meyer with you all on Bearcat Blitz on this Monday episode as we get ready to welcome on head coach of Nasty Nati, Cashmere Wright, and forward Mamoudou Diarra to the show. They're going to be joining us for, really, it's going to take up the majority of the show once we get through intros and just all of our good sponsors and stuff at the top here. Not a lot going on in Bearcats land. Perfect timing for the basketball tournament. They've picked a really great week in the calendar to do this event right in the middle of All-Star Week in the MLB. We aren't even in NFL training camps yet. This is the time to lock into the basketball tournament. Go to tbt.com to get tickets and more information about the event starting on Friday night with the Bearcats taking on About Billions at about, I think that's an 8 p.m. tip, I'm pretty sure, on Friday night. Yep, 8 p.m. Eastern at Fifth Third Arena. Let's get to a message from BetOnline before we dive into the show fully here. BetOnline is your number one source for all of your sports betting needs this season, from basketball, golf, soccer, baseball, all of it, right to the top fights in UFC, MMA, and boxing. Every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads while the games are being played. When the game's over, head on over to our over 100 or online casino to get in on a game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of our over 150 slots games. Head to the website today to get in on the action. Use promo code BELIEVE. That's a BLEAV for your 50% welcome bonus. That's a 50% free bet credit on your first deposit up to $250. Bet online. The game starts here. You, of course, can watch these interviews on YouTube, Talking Caps with Russ Heltman, or if you are listening on podcasts, we love that as well. Subscribe, rate, and review there. Neil, you got anything else before we dive into this fun conversation with Mamoudou and Cashmere?
Yeah, no, we're all good. It's going to be a fun conversation. Obviously, a big week heading into TBT. Going to have a lot of great content for you guys, but really get out to Fifth Third Arena on Friday to check these guys out in hopes of making another deep run in this year's TBT tournament.
Oh, yeah. 3-1 last year, and they're looking to go undefeated and win that $1 million in 2024. Take a quick break here on Bearcat Blitz, then dive into the conversation with Mamoudou Diarra and Cashmere Wright. Let's welcome them in now. Cashmere Wright and Mamoudou Diarra. Got to kind of flip the screens around a little bit and make sure that we get everybody in the right heading underneath it. We got Cashmere Wright and Mamoudou Diarra in the fold here. We'll start with Cashmere. Cash, you're the head coach again this year. Obviously, a lot of hard work went into putting together this team. What were the conversations about maybe tweaks that needed to happen coming off of last year's run, which was obviously a lot more successful than being one and done in 2022?
A lot of that goes in for just Kevin. So I got to give credit to Kevin Johnson for that. He just called me sometimes and asked me what I'm looking for and what do I think we need to improve on as far as like the matchups and how I want to attack like the defense and offense, things like that. But as far as putting the team together, that's all on him. He does a great job of giving me the pieces needed. And my perfect thing I always tell him is you put the plate together. Now it's my job just to cook the food. And that's all I really got to do.
So as a coach, what is your philosophy with this really unique kind of circumstance where you only get a couple practices with these guys? You don't have a ton of time to really install stuff, but you still want to get as much chemistry and on the same page as possible.
See, that's the key of having basically the same team. So you want your core guys to be the same. So you can basically just keep going back to last year and what we did, offensive and defensive reasoning, and just maybe tweak some things, add a couple things, a couple wrinkles, but everybody's pretty familiar with each other. And that's what we like to keep alive here at Nasty Nati.
Cashmere Wright, of course, played for UC back in the early 2010s, and is UC career steals leader, career games played leader, and is the only player in school history with more than 1,300 points, 475 assists, and 175 steals. Definitely the right man for the job to lead these Bearcats. Neil, what do you got for him?
Yeah, Cash, talk about the excitement to be able to play this tournament back at Fifth Third Arena after winning the region last year. And Mamoudou as well. Just talk about the excitement to host this event and be back at Fifth Third Arena for the first time in quite some time.
Go ahead, dude.
Oh, yeah, we are definitely excited to host this thing in the Fifth Third Arena. You know, first thing first, like we know it's gonna be great with the fans coming down to support. And having a home court advantage in this tournament is huge. Last year we were this close until we got to, day in, and then they got the bands, day in bands cheering for the other team, and then like to say that didn't help them a lot. Is probably a lie. I think that helped the other team a lot, but having our fan, the cheer team, and everybody in the building cheering for us, I think that would be a really, really good advantage for us this year.
Yep, I agree. Just to piggyback on him, I think it's one of those things where it's a good and a bad thing. Let's be honest. Last year we had kind of being at Xavier, it was less pressure on us to actually perform and more pressure on them. This year being at UC, we're expected to win, being the 1 seed this year. So it's a little more pressure. But also, it's a good thing because we got a couple guys that haven't been here and played in front of these fans in a long time. It's people like myself who haven't been in Fifth Third, the new Fifth Third, and actually been on the court and been a part of a game since 2013. So I'm excited. But also, I know that these guys have been working all year. I know they know the importance of it, and it ain't just us rolling the ball out. We prepared for this. So I'm excited to show everybody. So just building into what Bearcat basketball is and showing everybody that we still do the same things.
Love it. Cashmere Wright, Mamoudou Diarra joining us, part of the TBT outfit, Nasty Nati. That is, as Cashmere Wright mentioned, the favorites to win their region, #1 seed going into the Cincinnati Regional this coming weekend. Mamoudou, obviously you spent 4 seasons at Cincinnati. What does it mean to kind of just get back in the city and be able to play in front of these home fans? Is it like just a pinch myself kind of feeling, just getting to be able to get back to all these old memories and places where you've had a lot of good times?
Man, it's all love always coming down here in Cincinnati, man. Like you say, for 4 years playing here for 4 years, and having one of the best fan base in the country is, it's always amazing to come back here, and I'm really excited. I'm excited for myself. I'm excited for other guys coming down here. Like you say, it's kind of like a pinch, little bit of that feeling, but it's still the best feeling to come down here and hopefully win the whole first part of it, the tournament in here.
Not hopefully. We gonna win.
We okay, all right.
Let's just put that out there.
Listen, I'm with it. I'm with whatever you guys know. Hey,
I
we
know.
in Cincinnati here, like we are known, especially at home court. Back in when I was playing here, I know Cash was the same way too. We don't usually lose at home. So this for this to happen like this, bring back a lot of good memory, and at the same time as like giving me hope and give a whole team hope that we're gonna do the same thing again. Hopefully, like Cash said, no, don't say hopefully, but we're gonna win the whole thing for sure.
There you go.
And Cash, just talk about this roster for TBT heading into this 2024 tournament. Obviously, you return 2 leading scorers in Jacob Evans and Jaron Cumberland. Obviously, you add a guy like Octavius Ellis back into the fold. Just talk about this roster a little bit. Obviously, we know Trey's over playing in the Summer League, and what's his status heading into Friday's matchup as well?
So I'm, like I said, that's a Kevin thing. I just can deal with the guys that we got on the roster. And I'm pretty sure we added, was it Nadir?
Nazir Brooks.
Nazir. Yeah. So
Nazir.
I'm excited. I love the fact of having 3 bigs. We actually going to try a little different using Quez and Mamoudou, more of 3 this year, 3-4 switching. So we expect it to be very big, very tall. At each position, we want to do a lot of things defensively wise. We want to control the boards, but basically, I mean, with this roster, we want to play real Bearcat basketball in there. We're gonna play defense. You know what I mean? And when we're gonna figure out a way to get the ball in the hole, we got the two best scorers in the whole tournament, we believe. So we're gonna allow them to do what they do. We're gonna play off them on the offensive end, but on the most part, we're gonna play defense. And that's all I can say about it. We will play defense.
How much more of an advantage is it, Cash, just knowing that you have those two scorers in Jaron Cumberland and Jacob Evans? You kind of know the hierarchy on this team. On top of that, you talk about Bearcats ball. It's all things that are very familiar with these guys. How much easier does that make your job as a coach, especially in this condensed time frame that we're dealing with?
Easy. I wouldn't say easy. Last year, I think that it became like we as the coaches should have been ready for switches and ready for things that will happen. I think
Gotcha.
people scout us, so they know that we have the two best scorers, so they figuring out ways to basically stop them. And we as coaches are working together, like just trying to figure out ways that we can counter those actions that we're going to see. So there's, like I said, just like being at home, it's a gift and a curse of having those two guys, because you know that the shots are going to come from them, and the other team knows that as well. So it's a job for the coach to figure out a way to scheme them in the right positions, to be open and to be in the right spots for their shots to be have a higher percentage.
And Cash, you mentioned a guy like Marquez Letcher Ellis as well. Obviously, he didn't play at Cincinnati, but he is a guy who we watched over the last 2 seasons in the TBT, basically embraces everything a Bearcat was. Talk about his game a little bit and what he brings to the table. Obviously, we know the shot blocking and the rebounding, but what does he bring to this team in this table?
I love Quez. I think Quez, the energy that he brings is like the Justin Jackson type feel for me. It's like that type of thing. Like he basically is all over the floor. You really don't have to draw plays for him. He's always in the right spot. He's always has the right attitude. And the most important thing is he's a dog. And he wants to compete. He wants to fight. And that's everything that Bearcat basketball is about. So that's why he fits in so well. And like I said, it was a pleasure for me to coach him. It's a pleasure for me to coach him again.
Awesome stuff so far from Mamoudou Diarra and Cashmere Wright of the Nasty Nati basketball tournament team, #1 seed in the Cincinnati Regional, ready to give the Bearcats fans a show this coming weekend. We'll get to more with this duo after a quick break here on Bearcat Blitz.
I see you, Mamoudou, by the way. I see you back there.
Oh, you see me? Where are you at?
I'm on the other side. I'm by the
You guys all parked in the parking lot right now?
I know.
yeah, so we was going to breakfast. Get ready.
Yeah, we'll come back now. 3, 2, 1. Keeping the conversation going as these guys are getting ready for practice here very soon, prior to or after we get done with this recording. Very gracious with the time and just the media aspect that they're giving everybody here in Cincinnati from the basketball tournament, and continue our conversation with Mamoudou Diarra and Cashmere Wright. Mamoudou, just give the fans an update where you stand in your career, what things are looking like, and what this TBT kind of station, this stop in your journey, is looking like moving forward as you get past the tournament.
Yeah, that's thanks for this opportunity for me to tell a little bit about my career and everything to the fans now. So a couple years ago, without TBT, I was about to stop playing basketball. So basically, that's what happened. I was at the point where I was about to be done because I'm like, man, I got family now, I got little girl. Basketball wasn't really like a thing anymore for me. I almost lost the love of it. But Kevin Johnson hit me up, talk about, man, like come out and play for us, and I accepted right away because I knew who I was really playing with. I was playing with some of the great of Cincinnati and play for Cash. That bring me a love like to keep going with the basketball. So I ended up doing that, and then play a little bit in the G League, like you guys know. Got stuck in Cincinnati here last year. I could not leave the country because of some visa issue.
Oh
At the
no.
international, it's kind of tough. I had some offer to go overseas, but I could not leave. I had some visa issues, so I got stuck in here. But now, thankfully, that got fixed. So I'm looking forward to this TBT to bring everything back. Get in a great shape and hopefully do something for help as much as I can. To get some win. Whatever way Cash wanna play me, however way I can contribute to help the team win. So that's what I will do. And if we win, you know, get to oversee and play some basketball and come back next year stronger as well. So yeah.
Love it.
And
And he also
Mama, dude,
does training.
Yeah, so yeah, I do basketball training. That's
There you
that's what
go.
I've been
Oh,
doing
cool.
for the
There you
last
go.
past year. I've been training some high school, college, and a little bit of my former players too, like my former teammates. So Trey Scott, Jaren and all those guys. So I'll be helping them train.
Oh, nice.
Life is crazy. We play
Mm-hmm.
together. Now we train. Somebody playing overseas. Somebody's playing the NBA. I hope all these guys make it to the NBA. That's my goal. Or get to whatever they wanna be at.
I know there's so many Bearcats that are so close, and it's only a matter of time before we get a 30 team NBA to a 32 team NBA because there's too
Right.
much talent right now. There's too much money out there. They're going to expand eventually. I just hope some of these
Now
guys are
we we,
still.
we 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 need to have one team in Cincinnati for sure.
No, we
NBA team
don't.
in
No,
We
Cincinnati.
we don't.
You
No, we
don't think
don't.
so?
No, no, we don't.
there is a
I
team.
do.
Hey,
There
Cashmere's
is
right.
a
There
team.
is
We
there is a
are the
team close
team.
to pro quality,
Hmm.
and that's playing in Fifth Third Arena in the fall.
You're
Exactly.
right. You're right. You're right.
We are the pro team.
You're right.
There you go.
Well, we're gonna
And
keep it that
Mamoudou,
way then.
obviously, you are playing in the Smith League. Heard you had a nasty putback dunk off a free throw. Just talk about that experience over there playing in the Smith League this summer, getting you ready for the TBT as well.
Man, Smith League always get me ready. Shout out to my guy Penn here. Smith League always get me ready for TBTs. From the first time I started playing in Smith League, I'm like, man, this is a great league playing against pros and be able to do what you really do. And that's another thing, like I said, man, I was done playing basketball. I was going fully into training, trying to get into coaching and stuff. But after playing a couple games in the Smith League and TBT, I'm like, well, like this is, I'm not done here. I'm not in Kashmir age yet. Nah,
Mhm.
that's a joke.
No, that's
But
true. That's definitely true.
but yeah, having that pullback, man, that was great. But I can't believe nobody had it on a video. But it was great, man. Playing in Smith League. Getting back to your question, it's just a blessing to play in the summer. And, great event in Cincinnati here, organized by somebody that really love basketball and got people together. Like you go down there in the Smith League, you see like people are really like got into this thing and having all the pros, college guys, playing it. Give you a feeling that okay, this is not any regular basketball pickup game. This is a legit summer. Sorry, I got this thing. So this is legit summer league. I would not compare it to summer league or anything like the NBA summer league, but it's close to Drew League in LA. I will say because
Gotcha.
I play in a kind of similar type of environment and play against the people like that, and then going down there and hoop and having people challenging left and right, guarding you, screaming, and trying to double team you and all that is really like a great thing for me, especially going to the Nasty Nati tournament, going to the TBT tournament is just nothing but a great feeling.
Mamoudou Diarra, Cashmere Wright. One more question for me for the crew, and I'll direct it to Cash. Just were there any major adjustments that you could identify that you guys need to make going into this run to get to those final championship rounds, or is it just a made shot here, a missed assignment here, and that can be the difference in these
No,
tough
no, no, no.
games?
I think I can't say it just
Okay,
yet, but if
tease
we
it.
get off, I'll tell you. But there was one thing that I think that I told Jaren. I said I thought about this for a whole year till we got back here. That I realized when I watched the film that we lost that I should have did. And I
Okay,
was like in my mind, I saw it and I didn't, and I wasn't able to like comprehend on how to explain it to them. And I was like, it took me a whole year to figure it out. And I said, but I got it. So if we ever see it again, and after the show, I'm gonna tell you. But if you see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, I know what we should have did differently to move forward.
Neil, you got anything else?
And then final question, just obviously, what's the message to the fans to get them out there in support for you guys to be at Fifth Third Arena Friday night and throughout this TBT tournament? What's the message to the fans? Obviously, I think we were about 200 tickets short of the most sold tickets within the TBT tournament. What's the message to get these guys to Fifth Third Arena on Friday night?
Perfect. You got a chance to watch some of the all-time great Bearcats. You're going to get a chance to be around some of the all-time great Bearcats because we got all the Bearcats coming back. We got Bearcats playing in the games. You can sit around with them. You can talk to them. You can be around these people all day long. And like I said, they're just regular people, but you get a chance to meet some of the people who you saw play on TV your whole life and actually ingratiate yourself into Nasty Nati and be a part of something that's really special. And that's something that we hope that's going to keep going forever and forever. So, as younger Bearcats graduate, they'll be playing on this team too. So we hoping that this is something that we build, that it lasts, just like going to Cincinnati. You go play for Nasty Nati once you graduate.
A staple in college basketball, just like they're trying to be a staple in the basketball tournament.
Exactly.
I love it. Nasty Natties, Cashmere Wright, and Mamoudou Diarra. Thank you guys so much for the time. We really appreciate it. Good luck at practice today. Good luck in the rest of the week in the regional and beyond. We appreciate the time you guys gave us.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming on.
I appreciate you guys having us here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Awesome
Yes,
stuff
sir.
from Cash and Mamoudou. That'll do it for this episode of Bearcat Blitz right here on the Believe Network. I'm Russ Eltman. He's Neil Meyer. We'll be back later in the week to continue previewing the basketball tournament 2024 right here on Bearcat Blitz, presented by Bet Online.
This is the second. 15 seconds left. Shot clock off. 4-point game. DeJulius puts up a three. Yes!